Good morning guys, welcome to the vlog this week. It's actually Sunday, which I've never started a video on a Sunday, but I thought why the hell not, because I finished the other one, I think it was on the Friday, so I've had the weekend. It's been a busy weekend again, but sorting a lot of stuff out, and we're actually off to play some tennis, so I thought I'd start the vlog like that because it's a nice sunny day. We're actually playing tennis inside, but that's by the by. We're gonna go play some tennis, have a coffee, and then we got a bit of a day of sorting the house out and stuff, so I won't show you that because that's gonna be boring. But yeah, come with me to the gym to play some tennis and we'll see how we get on. I will see you when we get there. Good morning. I look like a DJ with my ding ding. However, I've got noise cancelling headphones, so I can't hear when they're both on, so I thought I'd take one of them off. Just checking in as it's 7:30 on Monday morning, and for the first time in a long time I am actually walking and listening to an audiobook. I need to finish off my current one, which is Mel Robbins' The Let Them Fury. I've literally been listening to it for months. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to be walking for probably about 45 minutes this morning, and then go home, have a shower, get ready for a meeting, and then we're off to the Apple store and then just work this afternoon. And I think I'm going for another walk later, but it'll be a bit more in nature rather than just round the block. So I will catch up with you when I am on my first meeting. Happy Monday.
I tell you, our camera doesn't seem to be working.
No. Oh no, sure why. It's just a black dark abyss at the moment. Awesome, thank you guys for jumping on this morning. I just thought it would be, obviously there's a lot of stuff going back and forth at the moment, isn't there?
Yes, yeah.
And that's sort of, I think, in hand like the other stuff, but it's more just getting an update on where we're at so that we can continue marketing essentially as effectively as possible across like all the channels. So do you want to do sort of the normal? So that was the first meeting of the day done. It was with a long-standing client who is actually a housing developer. So we do a set amount for them a month, whether that's social media, newsletters, website work, SEO, window cards, etc. Anything that they require, essentially, anything that their agents require. They've always got a lot of things on the go, a lot of developments on the go, so it's a very varied account to work on. So it was just a quick update with the marketing director to go through each of the developments, where we're at with them, how many they've sold, what they need for them, and so that then I can take that, either do them myself or delegate them to other people that work on the account with me. So that was a good meeting. It's been a while since I caught up with them via conversation rather than just via email, so it needed to get in, but once again, they're here, there and everywhere and always so busy, so it's just trying to make that time to get in and get a good conversation in so that I can get all the updates that I need, essentially. Anyway, we whizzed through that, so I had it in for an hour, but it was only a half-hour meeting, so it sort of buys me a little bit of time now. So I'm going to get to some emails that I got while I was on that call, do some other bits, and then head into town to go to the Apple shop. So I will see you when I get there. So I've just finished up with the Genius Man, that's what they call it, I think, at the Apple, at the Genius Bar. I don't think he's a genius man, he's just a man at the Genius Bar. And it was all, I mean, I'm quite nerd, I'm not really hyper technical, really nerdy, but when it comes to Apple products, I'm definitely super nerdy. So he knew everything about everything. Excuse the boxes in the back, by the way, I need to go on a tip run. The glamorous life of an agency owner. But that's why they're in the back, because we cleared out some of the house yesterday and I've got loads of rubbish in the back of my car. Anyway, so yeah, we were just chatting about options of upgrading or getting an iPad. I think that the option I'm going to go for is the new MacBook Pro
14-inch sort of mid-range spec is what he said that I needed. And also as well, I might get an iPad as well, but try it, because you're able to try them. Anyway, I won't go into detail because I haven't got it yet. So when I do, I will shout. But I didn't make an impulsive decision in terms of that. So I had to make an impulsive decision in terms of something else. And I did. It's 12:30 and normally I cut caffeine at 12. But I've decided to get a huge Starbucks. So I am a bit of a Starbucks sucker as well. So my perfect day is to go to the Apple shop and then go to Starbucks. And I was walking past it on the way back from the shop and I was like, why not? Treat yourself, hun. So went in, ordered a small skinny caramel macchiato and did my app. And then he was like, oh, do you want to redeem your free drink? I was like, absolutely. He was like, do you want to make it a large? And I was like, absolutely. So here we are. I haven't even had I've had a sip, but I haven't had enough sips to feel as buzzy as I do. But I've been out of the house, so I feel like a puppy when they've been allowed outside for the first time. This is why I need to get out more, because this is crazy. But anyway, I'm going to have this. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So if you haven't yet got the Starbucks app, you're doing yourself a disservice, because I don't even get Starbucks that much. And I have qualified for so many free drinks, and you get other stuff as well. Like I think syrups, or I don't know what's free, but you get some things included as well when you get the app. But every single time you go to Starbucks, you accumulate quite a few points, and then you can just use it and get a free drink. So that was free. I haven't spent any money. I was expecting to go to the Apple shop and spend a couple of grand. I've come out, I've spent no money, and I've got a large coffee. So who's the real winner here? Anyway, I need to go home. I've got a bunch of emails. I've actually got, when I was at the Apple shop, I got a email from an old client that I used to work at another agency, and they need some work done. So that'll be good. And then just another few client bits and bobs that I need to catch up with. So I won't bore you with all of that. I might show you some clips from my walk later on, which will be nice and sunny and in the country. But otherwise, I will chat to you tomorrow.
Guys, it's now Wednesday. I didn't catch up with you yesterday just because it was a very, once again, desk heavy day. It's always the way, blah blah blah. I did go for a walk at lunch and I did go to the gym after work, so that was good. But other than that, it was very much just task heavy. I got an email later on in the afternoon, basically from a client asking if I could put together a sales brochure for them, which I have done. It's for, I'll show you to be fair. So it's for this yacht here, and it's 31 pages, so just put together a little 31 pager for them, and sent it off. So that was good. That was done yesterday and last night, and then this morning I went on a walk, which you would have seen, which was really nice, and then this morning just been getting back to some emails. I normally start the day with, and I don't know why, but it seems to be every day, because I don't work late. Sometimes I work obviously later than others, depending on what needs to be done, but I don't work late. And then in the morning I start at a decent time, and I've always got eyes on my emails. I've always got about 10 to 15 emails that I need to get back to. So I'll always grab a coffee or whatever, and then sit down, do those, and then write a task list based off of that, essentially. I'm a little bit, sometimes I get a little bit overstimulated, I think is the word. I'm not going to say overwhelmed, I'm going to say overstimulated, because there's a lot going on all the time. I know I don't show a lot of specifics, but so to put things into perspective, I've got roughly around 12 clients I think that I look after, and they pay a monthly fee, and that varies. Obviously some people are lower and they get less, some people are higher and they get a bit more. But if you think about those 12 people, they constantly need things, because we're essentially their marketing arm. So obviously they get a certain amount of time, anything that's extra is then quoted extra, but there's always stuff going on. And this August, I've said it a million times, but it seems that people aren't going on holiday anymore in August. I think it's obviously more expensive to go abroad, and it's hotter now in Europe, so I think people like vary. I think that like May and September, October time, there'll be more holidays, but August has just been crazy so far. Anyway, I'm spouting because once again, I'm overstimulated, but I've got a big task list to do. But I'm also conscious that one thing that I really need to get stuck into that I started on Monday, I spent I think 4 hours on it on Monday, is the edit from last week's filming with the client. But then I've also got to get on top of some of my social media videos, so I need to film those today, so that's the plan. So I think I've done my emails now, I've written down my task list, which I'll get to later, but I think my priorities now, I'm going to film some social media videos, so I need to script those and get everything set up, and then I need to edit all afternoon, and then I can sort of get my ducks in a little bit of a row for the rest of the week, and just try and crack on with all the other bits and bobs. So as you can tell, I'm probably a little bit scatty, so forgive me, but yeah, I'm going to script now for my social media videos, film those on this camera and get everything set up. I need to get the lighting sorted, choose where I'm going to film it. I mean, I'll probably just film it in this room, to be honest, for ease, because they're only 30-second social media videos, so they don't need to be crazy. And then, yeah, crack on with editing all afternoon. So I don't know when I'm going to catch up with you next, but I will catch up with you at some point. But that's like the morning, sort of pre-work, and then start work, like I say, with the emails and stuff, and task list, and then now is onto the main focuses for the day. So I will stop procrastinating and I will catch up with you in a bit. So I've got my setup ready to go. What I'll do is put my phone on there. I've written 4 scripts about different marketing elements, and they'll just play on there just so that I have a few prompts, because otherwise, as you guys know, I'll just go off on a little tangent. So I like to keep these as concise as possible. So yeah, I'll sit in front of the teleprompter. The camera is behind there. So when I'm looking at the words coming up, I'll be looking direct to camera. Then I've just got a little ring light there. And then on me, I've got this Rode Wireless Pro. So that will be used as my microphone. Because I'm using my phone for a teleprompter, you won't see any of the things, but if you want to see any of these videos, please check out the Social Climber Instagram or the Social Climber LinkedIn. Good morning. I'm just about to head out the door because I'm going for my first run in a long time, and I am very nervous, to be fair. So got my headphones, got my phone to listen to some music on, and I'm going to give it a go. I'm just going to do an easy run, she says, for 25 minutes and see what happens. I woke up this morning, yesterday, as you would have seen, the word I used was overstimulated, and I was incredibly overstimulated. Had a bit of a stressful day in the end, I'm not gonna lie. So I decided to help myself, and this morning I got up a bit earlier and I've done an hour and a bit of work. So I've checked off a load of like sort of little tasks that I don't need to, that would get in the way of any big tasks. I'm now gonna go on my run, which I know always makes me feel good. Once again, she says, and then come back and just crack on. And then I'm going to the gym at lunchtime with a couple of other people. So yeah, I'm not sure, depending on how much I'm dying on this run, might take you outside, but if not, then I'll check in with you once I've finished. Hello, checking in. I've just paused my watch because I've done 2k, so I'm like sort of halfway, and it's horrible, and I'm feeling a little bit demotivated by it, to be honest, because I'm like, how's that happened in 3 months? So I've really got to get myself sorted out and try and commit to running more. So I'll finish and then check in with you on the other side. Hello, so I'm finished now. I watched the video back just briefly while I was stopped, and I was like, stop being such a massive wuss. You've done this before. I always forget as well that the first 20 minutes or whatever of running is like the hardest, and then you start to get into a flow when your body gets used to it. So I need to remember that every single run. And I also, while I was running, got reminded that the week before the marathon, I think I went for I did a 3k, just like a little shakeout, and I found it horrible and I was panicking. It doesn't mean that you can't do something, it just means you just got to push through and let your mind not overtake
as much, which I'm really bad at. So anyway, run is done. Very happy about it, even though it was horrible, but that's one of however many that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to head home now and crack on with some work, I think. So I will catch up with you guys later. Hello everyone, so I fully recovered from my run because we're about 10 hours later now. It's not 10 hours later, but it's a lot later. I went to the gym at lunchtime for a big strength session, like I say, with a couple of other people, so that was nice to get out of the house. Other than that, I've been editing this client video and I've sent over version 1 basically, so the basic cut, they can come back with any changes they need and then I'll do that. And then now it's just time to do a few more bits and then I will finish out today, ready for Friday to tick off some more stuff. However, I was thinking about it and tomorrow I'll pretty much just be at my desk all day, apart from, once again, go to the gym at lunch. Saturday I'm out all day at a UK hen do, so I won't be filming that. So I thought I'd end the vlog here for this week. I feel like I've chatted enough. So if anything does happen over the next couple of days, it's interesting, I will obviously pick up the camera again. But for the time being, I will say farewell and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.